the wrestling world has been shaken by a tragedy no one could have predicted. WWE superstar Bianca Belair is facing the unimaginable loss of her husband, Montes Ford of the Street Profits. Montes wasn't just a performer in the ring, he was a loving partner, a former Marine, and a source of inspiration and joy to everyone around him. His sudden passing during a routine training session has left Bianca grieving while the wrestling community struggles to process the news. This story isn't about storylines or entertainment. It's about real life, real loss, and the human side of the people we cheer for every week. Tragedy strikes the wrestling world. The wrestling world has been shaken to its core by heartbreaking news about Bianca Belair's husband, Montes Ford of the Street Profits. This isn't a storyline, speculation, or entertainment. This is real life, and it's devastating. Montes, a beloved performer and former Marine, collapsed during a routine training session at the WWE Performance Center due to an undiagnosed heart condition. For 2.5 weeks, Bianca stayed by his side in the hospital, missing appearances and prioritizing her husband's care over everything else. The wrestling community watched in anxious anticipation, hoping for recovery, but Montes ultimately passed away, leaving Bianca to face unimaginable grief and loss. Montes Ford, a life of joy and dedication. Montes Ford wasn't just a WWE superstar, he was a vibrant, kind-hearted individual who brought light into every room he entered. He was a loving husband, a supportive friend, and a mentor to younger wrestlers. His energy and positivity were infectious, and his dedication to wrestling and to Bianca was unwavering. He celebrated every achievement alongside her, pushed her to succeed, and was her steadfast partner in life and in career. Losing someone so central to her world is an indescribable loss, and the impact of his passing extends far beyond Bianca. It resonates through the wrestling community and with fans worldwide who admired him. The emotional toll on Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair is now facing the most difficult chapter of her life, grappling with the sudden and profound loss of her partner. The grief she experiences is compounded by the public nature of her life. Every tear, every moment of sadness, and every expression of vulnerability is observed and dissected by fans and media alike. The wrestling world, instead of offering space for healing, is a constant reminder of what she's lost. Her career, her public persona, and her personal life are all intertwined, making the process of mourning incredibly complex and emotionally taxing. Public scrutiny and social media challenges. While Bianca copes with personal loss, she is also navigating the scrutiny of a vocal wrestling fan base and the media. Unfortunately, some corners of social media responded insensitively, speculating about storylines, future pairings, and her career rather than showing compassion. Content creators immediately tried to turn tragedy into clickbait, focusing on potential ratings or what's next for Bianca, rather than acknowledging the human loss she endured. This reflects a troubling aspect of modern media and online culture. Real people experiencing grief are sometimes reduced to entertainment fodder, rather than being treated with empathy and respect. WWE's response and industry reflections. WWE's response has also been a point of concern. While the company offered initial support, reports indicate discussions about tribute segments and storylines were already underway. While honoring Montes is important, the timing and manner of these plans highlight the challenge of balancing corporate obligations with genuine care for talent and their families. This situation underscores the need for wrestling organizations to prioritize the emotional well-being of performers during crises, allowing them time and space to grieve without pressure to perform or participate in public narratives. The human side of wrestling. Montes Ford's passing reminds us that wrestlers are human beings first, performers second. Their lives extend far beyond the ring, and the relationships they build are real, meaningful, and deeply personal. For Bianca Belair, Montes wasn't just her husband. He was her partner in life, her biggest supporter, and a source of constant encouragement. Their love was evident in public appearances, interviews, and social media interactions. Losing him is a profound personal tragedy, and respecting her grieving process should be the top priority for fans, colleagues, and the industry as a whole. Compassion over clicks. The response from fans and media should reflect basic human decency. Instead of speculation, insensitive commentary, or attempts to monetize grief, the focus should be on support, understanding, and empathy. Real fans can show respect by refraining from turning tragedy into entertainment, by offering messages of encouragement, and by allowing Bianca the space she needs to heal. Compassion in the wrestling community is about recognizing the humanity behind the characters we admire and responding with kindness when life hits unexpectedly hard. Preserving the legacy of Montes Ford. Montes Ford's legacy extends beyond his in-ring accomplishments. He served his country, entertained millions, and inspired his peers with his dedication, humility, and energy. Remembering him is about celebrating his life, honoring the values he embodied, and supporting Bianca as she navigates her grief. This is a moment for the wrestling world to come together, to stand beside one of its brightest stars, and to reaffirm that the community values people over storylines, empathy over clicks, and humanity over spectacle. Supporting Bianca. Through her journey, as Bianca processes her loss, fans and the wrestling industry have an opportunity to demonstrate genuine support. This means respecting her privacy, giving her time to heal, and understanding that returning to the spotlight may take months or longer. It also means advocating for responsible coverage, avoiding speculation, and ensuring that her grief is treated with sensitivity and respect. Healing is a personal journey, and the most meaningful support comes from providing space, compassion, and understanding without adding unnecessary pressure or judgment. A reminder of life's fragility. The tragic passing of Montes Ford is a reminder of life's fragility and unpredictability. Achievements, fame, and success cannot shield us from the sudden losses that life sometimes imposes. For Bianca, this reality is intensely personal and profoundly life-altering. For the wrestling community, it is a call to prioritize humanity, empathy, and emotional support above entertainment. The greatest tribute fans and colleagues can offer is to honor Montes's memory with respect and to support Bianca as she rebuilds her life without the partner who meant everything to her. Conclusion: humanity first. Montes Ford's death is a heartbreaking loss, and Bianca Belair's journey through grief is deeply personal. Wrestling fans, content creators, and the industry must remember that real lives are at stake behind every televised match and social media post. Compassion, empathy, and respect are not optional. They are essential. Supporting Bianca through this unimaginable loss is the least we can do. Montez's legacy will live on through the love he shared, the joy he brought to wrestling fans, and the strength Bianca embodies as she faces this new chapter.